That's right, guys. Gretch USA Custom. Let's unbox the drum set. What's up, my friends? Kyle Smith, Arizona drummer, here with a brand new video for you guys, and I am so excited because we have a brand new drum set that we are unboxing on the channel. Just like the title suggests, we have a Gretch USA custom drum set. Now, I have had pretty limited exposure to Gretch prior to the last couple of weeks. I played some Cadillac kits when I was younger, as well as live with Jane in the Jungle. I had the chrome over steel Brooklyn series snare here on the channel as a showcase snare drum, as well as I played a number of Gretch kits and backline scenarios across the world. And one thing that I can say definitively about Gretch is they have that great Gretch sound. Super punchy, incredible tone, and they sound really great on the stage and in the studio. There's a reason why Gretch drums are in just about every studio around the world. But I had never had a chance to put my hands on a USA custom kit. Now, if you've watched this channel for a while, I used to have the Pearl Masters maple gum on this drum set, and I love the sound of maple gum shells, but that was first introduced and perfected by the Gretch USA custom line. And so I'm so stoked, you guys, because today we are going to unbox and showcase a Gretch USA custom drum set. So that's enough talking for me, but make sure to stick to the end after the sound test and everything, where I'll talk about my review of the drums, what I thought, as well as we will talk a little bit about what this means for the Inside the Kit series and what to expect on the channel moving forward. So with that being said, I'll stop talking, let's get into these boxes and let's check out these drums! Let's check these out and see what they look like. I don't know what's in this first box, but let's check it out. All right, so in the first box, we got lots of paper. Something in here, let's check this out. Really nicely packaged. Wow, this is like super thick foam. Shout out to Guitar Center in Cherry Hill of New Jersey. Let's see what we got. I think this is the tom arm. That's what it feels like anyway. Yes. So here is our Gretch USA custom tom arm. This goes into the kick drum. I probably won't use this, to be honest. I'll use my DW hardware, but still pretty sick to see that. And then I think we got floor tom legs in here. These feel like floor, yeah. Ooh, wow, these are some really robust floor tom legs. So check that out. There's kind of the foot. There's the foot right there, really nice, really thick though, guys. This is like cool little memory lock right there. I mean, just freaking rad. Now we're on to the next box. So as I mentioned before, our buddies at Cherry Hill, I think it is, in New Jersey, gave us some free heads as well. Now I already have tons of batter heads, thank you to Evans and my friend Justin over there, but I didn't have any resonant heads or a kick drum head that I could use for this kit. First, we got a 12-inch G1 clear for the 12-inch rack tom that we have. And then we got a 16-inch G1 clear for the floor tom. And again, these are resonant heads. And then he also threw in a brand new 22-inch EMAD 2, which is my head of choice for the kick drum. So really, really stoked on that. All right, guys, so that brings us to our first box of drums. This should have our rack tom and our floor tom right here inside. So let's check it out. Lots of paper, which again, I appreciate keeping those drums safe. This is our rack tom. Should be a 12x8. Oh yeah. I don't want you guys to see the finish just yet. I'll unwrap it so we can see it at the same time together. Closing my eyes. In fact, you guys are probably gonna see it first. Oh my God. Look at that. That is a Gretch USA custom in Cadillac Green. It's a gloss. It's got a few scratches on it, but again, it was used. I got it for a stupid price. We've got Remo heads on it right now. But again, just look at that. Okay, let's get into the floor tom. Holy moly, this is cool. Here we go, guys. You ready? Oh, come on. Look at that finish. Oh my God. Again, there are some like surface scratches on it, but only I can see that. But this is a 16 by 16 Gretsch USA custom Cadillac Green. It is maple gum shells. We've got die cast hoops on there. I think you could probably see the silver sealer in there. If not, again, we're gonna get these all these heads changed. Great hardware. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. Yes. This floor tom's huge. Okay. Okay. Of course, that can only mean there's only one drum left, and that's gonna be our 22-inch kick. Let's check it out. Here we go. Give me my drum. Oh. Okay, we gotta clean up this mess really quick. I'm looking crazy. Oh. Yeah, dude, just a little dirty, but nothing we can't clean. Oh my God, look at this. This is a 22 by 16 Gretsch USA custom with Cadillac Green and these like cool orange, goldish inlays in the hoops. Wow. This is rad. All right, let's get the heads changed, then we'll take a look at these in closer detail. All right, guys, and to go along with that incredible USA custom kit, we have a Gretsch snare drum. Now, we've had a chrome over steel Brooklyn snare on this channel, but I really like brass snare drums. And I saw a couple different drummers. I think his name is Kyle. Actually, I'll tell you right now. Some of you guys know this guy already. But Kyle Adams, again, we share the same name, but also we share a similar taste in drums. So he has a copper Gretsch snare, a couple other ones, but I saw him playing this one and I freaking fell in love. And then talking with my Sweetwater sales engineer, Darcy, she also recommended this would be a really cool one for me to check out. So let's get into it. But again, this is a Gretsch snare drum, standard of the world since 1883. Made right here in the US of A in South Carolina. But first things first, we need Talon knife! Okay, let's get into this box. All right, here we go. Oh, we all know what this is. It's a box within a box. Let's get into it. All right, so as always, beautiful Gretsch drum key. Now with a USA custom, let's take this out really quick. All right, with a USA custom, you get a port right on the actual drum itself. So I'll show you that in just a second where this drum key can sit. I am bleeding, by the way, but this is the Gretsch drum key. And here's the box. All right, so this is the snare drum. This was the box within the box. I don't think it tells you what it is on here, but if it does, maybe I'll get you a little sneak peek. It doesn't. So let's get in there and check it out. There's no like clear seam, so we're just gonna cut across. And let's see if it'll like rip open for us. Okay, cool. Big old hairy boys. Oh, I never get tired of that. That great Gretsch sound. I mean, it really is for a reason. They do make like the best drums, in my opinion. So again, just how to take care of your drum, all that good stuff. But again, I mean, come on, look at that. Here we go. Yes. So here is the drum. So one of the things I really like about Gretsch is they wrap them in like cardboard, or not cardboard, like this kind of thick paper. One, just an extra layer of protection. So we've got box, paper. You can maybe see that coming through. There's also like a felt that goes around it. Really, again, just to protect the instrument. But let's get this drum out. And yeet! Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and just rip it. Because I want to save the reveal. Oh, and here is the drum. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. So you may be wondering, Kyle, how is this any different than the drum you unboxed just a few weeks ago, or I guess a few months ago at this point? Well, this, my friends, is a Gretch USA custom. You can see again the kind of brass badge there. Let's bring that up closer. This is a chrome over brass, and it is a 14 by 5 inch snare drum. I am normally a 14 by 6.5 inch guy, but lately, since I tried that first Gretsch snare, I have been in love with this size drum, and this thing is a freaking cannon. I cannot wait to show you guys. But we've got the butt plate here with the adjustment right there. We've got the lightning throw off over here, as you can see. There is that slot I was talking about though. So if you take your drum key, boom, you always have a drum key on you if you do that. So check that out. Boom, looks awesome. Let's look underneath the hood. Oh yeah, dude, 42 strands. I did not realize that. So I think it's 42 strands, but check that out. We will probably keep these snare wires on for the sound test. You can't really see the brass because it's plated on the inside, but God, that looks so cool. Let's get this card out of there. And it comes with Remo Gretsch permatone heads. Obviously it needs to be tuned up a little bit. The snares also need to be tightened. I mean, that already sounds pretty damn good. Wow, this is incredible, you guys. So what I'm gonna do actually though is, because this is my new studio kit, this is the kit I'm gonna be using in the studio from now on, I am gonna go ahead and put on my heads of choice. Give you a little bit of specs on this drum. It's 1.2 millimeter brass shell. Also, if you can see that over there, my friend Anthony Gazelle, I've got all my rock locks here, so once we get tuned up, we'll have rock locks on the batter and resonant side. Just again, quick shout out to Anthony here. I use rock locks on all of my snare drums because I hit so goddamn hard. But what's cool about these is, again, they have that like star pattern. So they have that star pattern, if it'll show you. They have that star pattern, so you literally just kind of boom, and it's in place. Like, it's that simple. So anyway, we're gonna take that off now because I got a tune. But what's cool about this drum, it's 1.2 millimeter brass shell. So kind of, again, your standard when it comes to high volume, high projection, high sensitivity. But it's got 4 millimeter die cast hoops. Just super thick, awesome hoops that are gonna really help control the sound. I am so stoked to get this on the kit and hear what it sounds like. So let's get this and the brand new USA custom kit up on the riser over here, and let's hear what it sounds like under the mics and under the lights. All right, so we're doing the time lapse, but I just had to show you this inside the kick drum here. Great Gretsch sound. This is again a USA custom and maple gum shells with, of course, the silver sealer. But yeah, we're getting the heads changed right now. All right, guys, and here is the kit all set up and ready to go. It looks so good, you guys. We got Cadillac Green gloss finish. We've got a 12, 16, 22, this nice Gretch USA custom chrome over brass snare. Obviously all my Sabian cymbals, all of my Audix mics. Yeah, let's do a quick sound test. The microphones are placed kind of funky right now. I do have some like shell mounts as well as some new mic stands coming pretty soon. So I'll show you an update of what that looks like when that's all set up. But right now I just have them kind of all mounted to the cymbal stands. But let's go ahead and hear the drums. Alright, let's go 12-inch tom with snare wires off. Have the 16. Now let's do the kick. And now the whole kit. We're going to play this in the context of a song. This is a song we do on the channel often. right, that brings us to the next one. Oh my God, you guys. I think that I have just stumbled upon the best drum set I've ever played in my entire life. I am honestly blown away, and I cannot believe how good this drum set feels, how inspiring it is, how punchy it is. I mean, it sounds incredible in the room, it sounds incredible in the studio, and guys, this is my new forever kit. Now, I know what you're thinking, Kyle, you've said that about so many drum sets, and you're right. You know, I've spent a lot of time, specifically over the last several years on YouTube, publicly trying out different drum sets and different gear, trying to kind of figure out my voice. And I thought I had found that with Pearl drums. You know, I recently had the Reference 1 kit that I picked up. I've had Masters kits, I've had Export kits, I've had Session Studio Select kits, I've had you know, Masters Maple Gum, Masters Maple Complete. I've had just about every kit that Pearl makes. In fact, I had the big Icon rack, I've had all their hardware, and although I love Pearl drums, and I think that they are some of the best drums out there, so again, I don't want to throw any disrespect towards Pearl drums. What they're doing over there, they're highly innovative, make incredible products, incredible instruments, and I think that they fit a person that I used to be. And I talk a lot on this channel about how I put the sticks away and really focused on building a life for my daughter and my family before coming back to drums in 2020. And you know, to be honest with you, back in that time frame, Pearl was the dream. You know, I always wanted a Masterworks kit or some kind of high-level Pearl drum set, and that was what I was chasing. You know, and I think that my identity got wrapped up in Pearl, kind of reconnecting to somebody from my past. You know, the version of me that I identified the most with drums for a long time. That was a younger man with a different perspective, a different set of goals, and honestly, I have grown so much. Not just as a drummer and a musician, but as a man. And what I'm looking for in my instrument has changed. What I'm looking for in my gear has changed. And it took a lot of money, but also a lot of time and trial to find something that works. And I want to be real with you guys for a second. You know, we did just pass 100,000 subscribers. We're at like 104, 105,000 right now. And we do have 100,000 video coming, I promise. But even though the channel's been very successful, and I'm so grateful to all of you, it doesn't pay my bills, you know, and that brings us to Inside the Kit. You know, for this year, I really wanted to focus in on trying out and doing long-term reviews on 4 distinct kits from 4 distinct manufacturers and letting you guys know the real truth about these kits. And I will say, we do have a full review coming of the Yamaha Stage Custom Birch really soon. But all those kits were paid for with my money. I reached out to some of the manufacturers directly. I reached out to my partners in Sweetwater and Guitar Center. You know, and the budget for providing a full kit for a review series like that just isn't there. And when I took a step back and looked at it, I mean, it's $6,000 minimum to get those kits into this studio and perform and review them. And then obviously I'm beating the crap out of them for 3 months. I'm not gonna get my money back when I go to resell them. It really became a situation where inside the kit, unfortunately, was just not a sustainable concept. It wasn't a sustainable series for this channel. But in any event, you guys, I really appreciate you guys for watching and coming along this journey with me while I find my sound. I think we may have got it here though. I think this is it. And I'm so excited because I love this drum set. I truly love it. And when I look at it, when I hear it, when I play it, I feel fulfilled. I feel at peace. And I think that's all we can ask for. But with that being said, my friends, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching the unboxing, the tuning, the trying it out, hearing it in the different songs. And I cannot wait to do more and more with this kit. If you do want to support the channel, make sure to become a Patreon member where they're getting access to all kinds of goodies like behind the scenes, extra content, lessons. They're getting discounts on my mentoring service. And again, big thank you to these guys right here for becoming drum set members and helping invest back in the Arizona Drummer channel so I can continue to make videos just like this and continue to invest back into creating content for each and every one of you. Now, another way that you can support me is, of course, picking up some merch. You can get your Arizona Drummer hats, you can get hoodies, shorts, stickers, all kinds of goodies, and it's all really high quality stuff, you guys. And I'm launching new designs like every few months. So again, make sure to go check out the link below where you can see some of that merchandise. Pick it up for yourself. Again, those proceeds come right back to the channel so I can keep investing in these videos. And if you'd like a free way to give back to the channel or show your support, just make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. I'm really trying to grow my Instagram right now, so make sure I hit my Instagram and follow there. But if you're already following there, just make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe these videos. So again, it really helps with the algorithm, push these videos out so I can continue to grow and make more content for each and every one of you. But with that, my friends, that's gonna close up today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next one.